It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Flex Zone Podcast is back. This is the only place giving you your AEW Dynamite coverage how you want it when you need a God's favorite host here with you to take you through the next 2 hours. Well, 3 hours tonight if you include Rampage, but no one cares about Rampage. But the follow-up, the shocking attack by the Elite on Tony Khan as Kenny Omega returns. What does this mean for the next chapter of this saga? Swerve Strickland, your new AEW champion. We swerve when we drive, but who will he face at Double or Nothing? Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree, defends his FTW championship against Katsuyori Shibata. And Jericho returns home as well. We'll hear from Orange Cassidy. We got Jay White in action. We got Claudio and Brian Cage. Women's action with Serena Deeb and Mariah May. And so much more. Make sure you guys super kick that subscribe button, like about that like button, back up that bell. It's the Flex Zone Podcast, AEW Dynamite, live stream, watch along. Let's get it.
Noisy confusion of life. Keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world.
Wednesday Night Dynamite. Let's get to it. I'm not going to waste any time. I gave you the intro. Let's bring up the official Flex Zone statistician, our resident champion, the workhorse, the Flex Zone statistician, my boy, the one and only. You can check out his channel, Kicking It with Leo, and his girl, Liv Morgan, is one step closer to finishing her story. Leo, what's up, my boy?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
How you feeling? AEW Dynamite, brother. We are back at it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been kind of out of the loop a little bit. I mean, since post Dynasty, but I've been trying to keep in the loop as much as I can. But I'm very intrigued. I did hear that apparently Will Hobbs suffered an injury, so I'm hoping that he is okay and it's not too serious.
Apparently, it's serious, Leo. Sorry to
it just seems like the wrestling bug has struck the wrestling again. I mean, we've been seeing it in WWE, and now it seems like we're seeing it in AEW. I hope it stops because I'm just tired of seeing everybody get hurt.
Well, Leo, hold that thought because we have a very special guest, the first lady of the Flex Zone Podcast, the workhorse of the women's division, the first pick in the draft, the queen of the palace, the one, the only Queen Mia is back in the Flex Zone Palace. So you know it's a big time event. Queen Mia, what is going on? How you doing? Queen Mia, what is up? How you been? Queen Mia, good to see you.
Hey, everybody. Greetings from the Queen. Hi. Oh, my gosh. It feels so good to be back. Did y'all miss me?
We missed you. It's no show without you. We're glad you're back. And a lot of wrestling coming up. So we need you, Queen.
Oh, my gosh. Isn't there? Listen, you guys don't even know. We've been eating so good lately. I don't know how to act.
Well, let's get to it. Swerve is champion. I know you love that. I mean, how are you feeling?
I was screaming. I was screaming. Like, literally, Swerve, Trick. Like, we're getting fed. We're getting fed.
I don't know why people... I just don't understand why people putting Cody in the conversation. He's not black.
You know it's the joke. You know the joke.
I'm just happy they didn't do this during Black History Month, because then I would have been, somebody would have a few words to say.
They knew not to play.
If they did turn a Black History, but they're just wrong.
They knew not to play like that. That was very, very dangerous games that they knew not to play. So yeah, I'm super, super excited. Obviously it's a really good time to be a wrestling fan, and I'm really happy with the current state of wrestling overall. Obviously, companies have, their flaws,
Yeah.
and they have, things that can be fixed, things that can be better, things that can be adjusted. However, just thinking about, just what it means to be a fan, a wrestling fan
Right.
today in this day and age, I'm very excited to say that I am a wrestling fan. Oh, also, I really would like to do a very quick shout out to the We Love Wrestling podcast, and as well as a lot of other people in the wrestling community. Um, his name was Trey. He passed away, and yeah, he did a lot for Black folks in the wrestling community. He really held a really, really great space, and overall, everybody says that he has a really, really genuine spirit. He was super nice. So I just wanted to say rest in peace, because the wrestling community lost a very, very, very pleasant soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, RIP, RIP.
RP,
Gone way
man.
too
RP.
soon. Definitely. Thank you for
Yeah.
that, Queen Man.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're meeting Swerve's opponents.
Well, how do you feel? Well, before we get to Swerve opponent, any predictions on the opponent?
No, I didn't have anything, because I just feel like my mind's just been cluttered lately with different wrestling ideas. So I couldn't even put anything out there because I didn't have no ideas.
Oh,
Shut
ain't
up.
no
Shut up.
way.
Shut up,
No.
Ayo.
Oh, come on. Hey, man, don't
Just
do this to
Ayo.
me. I won't gonna spoil it, but don't do this to me.
Yeah, don't spoil it yet. I'm a little behind. But is it a good don't do
Wow.
this, or yes, do this?
I'm gonna say I like the match. I think it's gonna be a good match, but come on though. I ain't gonna lie. They on to something. They are onto something.
Good. Yes, Tony Khan is funny with his neck brace.
Dude, why is it? I did not like when he was on the NFL draft talking about WWE is the Harvey Weinstein. I wanted to jump through that TV then and there and fight, because that was too much.
I hope when they make Kenny the GM or something.
Apparently, I've seen rumors about that he's gonna probably be the GM or something.
Yeah, or maybe they bring in Scott D'Amore. Maybe that would be cool.
That would be great, because he definitely is good when it comes to booking the women's division.
Yeah, I agree. Did you guys like
Anyways,
the
back
attack?
to our regularly scheduled
Go
program.
ahead.
Because what the fuck is this? Anyway, why would they ever waste my time like this? This is why they be pissing me off.
Oh Lord, AEW just not getting it right. Apparently,
They just waste my time. They just waste my time. Why would they do this? I mean, I guess because they're whatever. Let's just get it done and over
does
with.
Swerve have a day? Oh Lord, don't. You wearing ankle socks with boots? That's just a bad fashion choice.
Guys, look at my pasta.
For a second, I thought that was popcorn.
No, it's my perfectly cooked macaroni noodles. Because I gets down.
Oh,
Okay.
Somebody do something about
down.
her. Did you see it burn, or are you not there yet?
Oh, I see it now, kind of. But a lot of people were saying that.
Not does Swerve have a dead dad, folks. Please.
Don't do that. You don't do.
And your
I'm sorry.
father is dead.
I don't think you can do that with a black person. I think a black person is ready to fight. That's just a trigger you just can't cross.
Mm.
Hey man, I want all the smoke.
He should have heard anyway.
Because we got to get that Christian and Copeland tag team eventually. So maybe this starts that.
Oh, okay, Nana.
Nah, I'm cool with it. I actually thought it might have been. I was hearing Christian a lot, but I thought it might have been like Ricky or something. But Ricky's ice cold, so makes sense.
I never forget. I haven't forgotten that some months ago you broke into my son Nick Wayne's gym and you left him in a pool of his own blood.
Okay. Now I see the tie-in. Now I get the callback. That was a good callback.
Just make it make sense, AEW.
They
trying to
they
make it
they
make
did.
sense.
They made it make sense.
Whatever.
At the biggest show in the history of this business, and you lost. You embarrassed me. And I've been waiting for the right moment to make you answer for those mistakes, and you went and won yourself the world championship. It seems like there's no
Appreciate it, bro.
time,
Appreciate it.
and right now, to make you pay for those mistakes.
I ain't gonna lie, Brian. You ready for 3 pay-per-views this month? There's 3 pay-per-views this month.
I'm going to end your career before it even starts. I'm going to make sure you're a footnote in the history of AEW.
Not a footnote.
So I heard your little speech last week, Swerve, when you talked about your path to the world title, how grueling it was, how you put every ounce of your being into it to the point your daughter feels like she doesn't even know you.
Oh,
No, you didn't.
Well, Swerve,
You don't just do.
when I finish with you, your daughter's not going to want to know you. But I can promise you this, your daughter is going to have a father that she can be proud of.
You didn't do. He didn't do that. Tell
Oh,
me
there we go.
he didn't. Just say that.
What's up, Neos?
But yeah, Brian, you might get ready for 3 pay-per-views this month.
Well, 4 in the next month and a half with Clash of the Castle, like you said.
Yeah.
That's coming right up after. It's really going to be a lot of time between pay-per-views for WWE to build up. That's why I think Cody and AJ might be multiple matches.
Yeah, because that is because if you think about it. Oh, did you see some of the draft picks, Byron?
Yeah, that's what I was asking about. My audio went out, but I was going to say, what did you think about Monday? I mean, they stack Raw up.
Dijak, he got called up. Ilya got Dragunov got called up. He's on Raw. So those.
Liv beat Nia.
We know
Hey,
Ilya's gonna do damage.
I was telling people, y'all should have believed me.
Do damage. We're not worried about Ilya. Ilya is a ball that they're not gonna drop, especially because
they can't. If they drop the ball,
Triple H's baby for a long time.
You can't drop the ball with him. If you drop the ball, I feel like they're intentionally trying. They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that you can do, really, especially with how good he is. It would just be
Ilya, Mello, and Braun Breaker should be good.
Very
I'm calling this match for SummerSlam. You know where you heard it? At SummerSlam, I'm calling this match. Ilya Dragunov versus Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. I'm calling it right now.
You think Steph's going to be back?
I feel like it's a possibility. I feel like
young Philip. We got 3 pay-per-views and 4 if you include Clash of the Castle.
And that is it's 4. Well, it's technically 5 if you count NXT battle. Oh, did you hear about NXT last night?
What happened? I see Wes Lee's back, and they're doing the one from the UFC Center.
Yeah, and they're doing a ladder match to crown the first ever NXT Women's North America Champion. And guess who returned last night?
Who? Nikki DeLine?
Mia Yim returned to NXT.
Oh, where's Wolf?
He's coming back.
Okay. I mean, she's not doing that on the main roster.
Oh, no. I'm surprised they're doing a TNT title match tonight. I thought they would have built this for Double or Nothing.
I think he's going to run through every member of House of Black, and then it's going to be him and Maliki.
He was not only going to be there, but he was also going to be on the card performing. They're literally in Canada. Every one of their Canadian babies are literally about to be on the card. Seriously.
But yeah, I think they're going to be doing a lot of pay-per-view build-ups. If that's for WWE, like you said, because you literally have Backlash this Saturday. Then you only have 3 weeks to kind of build up for King and Queen of the Ring, because you're going to have the tournament there.
Yeah,
and then after
3 weeks for Clash.
No, it's really 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, 2. Yeah, it is 2. Like 2.5.
It's 2 weeks until Clash, and then from there they have a whole month to build to Money in the Bank, and then from there you have SummerSlam.
I'm really hoping that whoever like did schedule for this year is not in charge next year, because this is so clustered. It makes for sloppy storytelling, and you're not giving things the proper time that
You
is
talking about for
necessary.
WWE?
Yes, you're not giving them the proper time that's necessary for us to actually genuinely be invested. And that is ridiculous given the talent and the resources that you have. Are you kidding me?
And honestly, when you really think about it, like I was looking at the draft picks, right? SmackDown is going to really be like to have the heavy hitters, because now you're going to have Jade, you have Bianca, you have Bailey over there, and then you're going to have Charlotte come back at some point, and you have Nia. So all those women, and you have Tiffany Stratton. So all those women are going to be around that title picture, if you really want to think about it. Then you have Tegan, who got moved over. Then you have Indy Hartwell and what's her name? Candace. Oh, did you hear Chelsea Green is facing Roxanne Perez next week for the NXT Women's Championship? Exactly.
Yes, and it pisses me off because they just keep trying to force this girl on us, and it's just like she just doesn't have it. She just
And the thing
doesn't
is, Chelsea
have
Green
it.
can actually wrestle, but they made her a jobber.
Like, she doesn't have it, and her wrestling is subpar at best.
And I feel like
at best,
because SmackDown has a lot of the heavy hitters, Raw I feel like doesn't have that many. Because if you really think about it, Byron, like the main three people that you're going to see around that title or main event scene on Raw is Becky, Rhea, Liv, and that's probably it. Because they're gonna it's gonna take some time for them to build up Lyra Valkyria and who else, and Kiana James, because nobody knows who those people are if they don't watch NXT. What was this? What are they doing? They lied, Byron. They just lied to everybody. It's supposed to be Malachi and it's Buddy.
Yeah, he's going to beat all of them, and then it's going to be him and Malachi at the pay-per-view. They're doing the WWE thing where he goes through the whole team.
Oh, and Damage Control got moved over.
Yeah, I did see that. Io and Liv, Io and Rhea, Io and Becky. Should be good.
I mean, you really think about it, those are the only people that's going to be mainly in the main event scene for the next year anyway.
Yeah, it's like they added women, but it's like only 4
because if you
women.
really think about it, like I was saying, it's going to be Becky, Rhea, Liv. There might have Io be in the mix, and then that's probably it. And Becky, that's the only 5. Everybody else hasn't really been built up enough.
Yeah, as I said, I guess they're going to build up Lyra Valkyria, but
that's
it's going to take
some time, especially if people don't watch NXT.
Same.
So,
oh, Dylan, I got you, brother. I'm sorry. I got you.
But yeah, I just got some Debbie merch in yesterday and everything.
What you get?
I had got some. I did get the Jey Uso glasses, but they haven't came in yet. And then I had got the new Liv Morgan shirt that just dropped to add to my collection. And then I got some Jey Uso merch. And then I got like a Money in the Bank hat and a shirt that matched it.
Let's bring up the King of Long Island, your favorite
greatest
podcaster, Dylan the Villain, the one and only host of the Last Week in Wrestling podcast. Put your hands together. Don't hold your applause for the man of the hour, the Coke Boy himself, Dylan, baby.
Wait. Hold on. Coke Boy. Hold on.
And the Coke Boy's left, but I'm sure he'll be back. I'm sure he's getting something. Queen May, what are you cooking?
She's cooking pasta.
I'm putting the finishing touches on my mac and cheese.
Oh, shoot. Oh, awesome.
And I got some salmon.
Coke Boy, baby.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Coke Boy, baby. Yeah, no.
What's up, man?
Looking at that. Oh, yeah. That's
Hi,
it.
Dylan.
That's that freshie. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Good, Dylan. It's good, my brother.
What's going on, everybody?
What's going on, man?
We got Bailey in the background, as everyone can see. We did a little.
The true star of the show.
Yeah, the real star, not me.
A little shuffle.
The little. Yeah, we did a little move. So this is
Oh
where
yeah, I was gonna
think-
say I see. It looks different. Nice.
Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, the bed's there
Looks spacious.
and everything. Yeah, it looks a little bit more aesthetically
So I can come
pleasing.
sleep on the floor. That's what you're saying.
I mean, if you want to, give you a bed, but if you want to sleep on the
Hey,
floor,
you
you
know.
can.
Hey man, yeah, I'm not
I'll
hard
also
to
give you
please.
a couch. You know.
How you feeling, Odella, man? We got AEW tonight.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I worked today, did some OT, made that $30 an hour. Worked my 9.5 hours today. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just realized what my check's gonna be tomorrow. We could actually ball hard a little bit, which is nice. You know. Finally, when that broke no more. You know, we came out the mud with that one. 7 gates, 1 phone. Even though work gave me 2 phones. You know, so I'm out here. But no, man, I'm happy to be here. I'm slowly trying to get my feeling back in this podcasting stuff. And whatnot. I know there's been a lot of absence of me for a while. I hear everybody calling my name. I hear it while I'm in the Raptors with Sting in retirement, in semi-retirement. So
Please come back. Please come back.
listen,
Please
I
come
back.
back.
Everyone's fucked. I tell you that now. Numbers are
They
gonna
don't know what hit them.
Yeah, they ain't gonna know what hit them. But yeah, guys, no, I'm here. I'm happy to be here. I wanted to hang out with y'all for a little bit. I was on another show. I'm gonna go back to that show in a little bit. But yeah, man, it's cool. Christian Cage. Let's talk about it for a minute. Christian Cage, Swerve Strickland, Double or Nothing, AEW
That's gonna be a good match.
Championship. How do we feel?
I have mixed
Your
emotions.
father is dead.
He is. 5 years October.
I'd say mixed emotions. I'm excited to see him in like a world title match again. It's just like I would have wanted to see a little bit more build up to it. I know, but I do like because I know he did make some callbacks, like talking about like their time as a tag team, and then him, you know, when Nick Wayne was a face at the time, he showed up at his house and beat him. So I understand the callbacks.
And we didn't really get anything from that.
No.
So if this was their B plan,
yeah,
it's cool. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, you know, I was just on ABJ's show just a moment ago, and, you know, he posed a really good question and everything. But I'll say this. I think Christian's that guy. Christian's that guy that you want to make your champion reign have a big statement. You know, Christian is a legend in pro wrestling. 20-something years in this business and multiple different promotions and multiple different arenas around the world, internationally known. And I tell you now, it is just that moment where if Swerve wins at Double or Nothing, we have that, okay,
that looks
Swerve's our champion. He's ready to go. He has that solidification of real winner status, and we can really see how far we're going to be pushing Swerve to the moon. Because still, I feel that Swerve's win at Dynasty wasn't all that it cracked up to be. I still thought that they could have done more for that. The way that kind of ended felt like a Dynamite main event. It didn't feel anything exciting like we wanted it to. It didn't sell me. It didn't really put me over the moon. I'm happy for them. But again, I wish that they did things a little bit differently. But hey, man, is what it is. I'm excited to see what is next. We got Mariah May and Serena Deeb tonight. Okay. You know, Mariah's coming up on those matches. She's really trying to make a name, even though she is under Tony Storm's, you know, bosom, as she's calling it. You know, she's there, you know, and she's going to be a very exciting thing to see when it comes to it all. At the end, who the fuck is calling me this late at night? Who the fuck calls somebody this late at night?
It's not even 7:30.
It's 8:30 over here. It's too late.
Gotcha.
Anytime after 8 is late for Dylan.
Anytime after 5 o'clock, it's late for Dylan. You know what I mean? Like Dylan now goes to bed by like 9. up by 5. You know, like really, we out here. So, but how's everybody doing? I missed you all.
Good, man. I'm
Did you say you go to
excited.
bed at 9?
Yes, I do.
9 p.m.?
No, 9 a.m.
Well, I don't know what kind of job you work. Don't talk to me.
9
He's a
p.m.
Coke
of
boy.
course.
He's a Coke boy. He delivers Coke.
5 a.m. 5 a.m. I wake
Products.
up. 5 a.m. I wake up. I ring
Byron,
French
why would you say
Montana.
that?
He gives me
He
my
does deliver
board.
Coke products,
Yeah. I
right?
call
He just
French
came on the stream
Montana.
with a Coke.
Yeah. Fuck boy, baby.
As long as you don't have Red Bull on here, you're good.
Yeah, fuck Red Bull. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Put it away.
Fuck. So what's really funny, now that I can talk about it, so the Beverage Works company that I worked for got bought out by Red Bull. Red Bull flew over from Cali, bought all of the distributors of the product Red Bull, all their contracts, and now are making all the bosses reapply for their jobs.
That's just
Even
crazy.
your old boss. Even your old boss.
My boss, the one that let me go, and Dennis both have to reapply for their jobs. Win's a win.
It's crazy how the tables have turned.
We up. Yes. And it's been great.
Hey, man, karma, man. You know, you're a good dude.
Exactly.
Karma is.
So we got some new product. We got Sprite Chill, which is cherry limeade. Check it out. Check it out in stores. 20-ounce bottles, cans.
Wait. I might see it.
I don't have it on me.
Oh, I thought you were showing it. Sorry.
No. Dr. Pepper coconut, creamy coconut, and zero and regular.
Disgusting. That sounds disgusting.
Cherry Limeade look like a hit. Sound like a hit too.
Marvel Studios and Coca-Cola teamed up for the whole entire rest of the year. And the Coca-Cola cans, 20-ounce bottles, all have characters on them. And if you scan them all in regular and zero sugar, you could win a Marvel-themed vacation.
Oh, wow.
A cruise, which is really
Sounds
cool.
fun.
Yeah, Marvel gear, stuff like that. So I'm very excited. I have 7 regular Coke characters already and about 6 of the zero. Now, if I win, I can't technically go because
You guys should absolutely.
I'm a
be
Coke
excluded
boy.
from that. You work there.
But my mom doesn't work for Coke.
That's crazy.
You on to something.
What if
That is on something.
you know what though? You know what I could do? You know what I could do? Is I could raffle it off to my viewers on the Last Week in Wrestling podcast when I come back.
There you go.
Now that's how you get them.
That is how you get them.
That's how you get them. When he come back, when Big Daddy Dill comes back, he comes back large and in charge. You know.
Let me move this because what the fuck?
So you guys are doing now Dynamite watch-alongs?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to hold it down a little bit. You know, we doing all the fun stuff. I kind of stopped because Dynamite was blowing me, so that's why I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, it was very they listen after their first show after WrestleMania just pissed me off.
It pissed a lot of us off.
They entirely pissed me off. They really made me feel like you guys genuinely don't give a fuck about whether or not I watch. You just don't care. You don't care. You don't care about whether or not I'm watching. You don't care about whether or not I'm gonna like spend my money with you. You just don't care. And it's fine if you don't care, but at least like don't give me the facade like, oh, like we're gonna put this into action. We're gonna put this in a plan, and you guys are gonna get this and this, and then give me nothing. Give me virtually nothing.
Right.
Because
I totally agree. I think that they definitely did us dirty with how they marketed themselves, especially after WrestleMania. You know, that's That's TK, baby. TK all
They
the
didn't show the
way.
footage, I wouldn't be as upset, but they showed the damn footage for no reason. And when you called me that night, and I was just like, I'm over it.
Yeah. I called Byron. I said, they showed the footage. He goes, what? I said, they showed it. Those motherfuckers, they showed it. They showed the damn footage.
And it was so not even worth my time. Like,
I mean, it
they
was
pissed me
everything
off so
that Punk
bad.
said. It was literally verbatim what he said on the podcast. We now got the visual for the podcast.
It's like y'all couldn't do this with CM Punk on the roster. I mean,
Right.
come on.
It'd have been worth something with him on the roster.
Yeah, they
Now,
could have made a lot of money.
worth jack shit.
Yeah. But listen, is what
I
it
liked
is.
last week's show, though. I did like the whole Tony Khan thing. I didn't like how they did Swerve, but I liked the whole Tony Khan because it's something that I can actually look forward to.
It's the Attitude Era, though.
They tried it. It just didn't work out that well because, you know, it's Tony. He's a fan first.
Well, I'm just glad he didn't talk. As long as he doesn't talk, I'm good. Like, he stood there and know his place. Now, if he talked, I would have been pissed. He just stood there and took it, which I'm happy with. I'm cool with.
His selling was just so bad.
Because he's just weird. Like you said, he's like a
It
little
was
kid.
just so bad. And I was just like, come on, Tony. You've been watching wrestling for how long? And this is what you do?
Could we talk about something that's not wrestling for a little bit?
Always.
Kendrick Lamar came out with Euphoria.
That song was... Hold on.
And,
I'll tell you how that song was. One second.
and Drake has to take his BBL and go home.
Rick Ross is one of the best.
Rick won the whole match.
He won everyone in the same day. Like, he went in the studio and cooked.
When Rick
Like,
Ross
he's eating lemon
said-
pepper.
When Rick Ross came out and said that first video, Drake's a
Rick Ross put out
BBL,
a
this,
diss
that, and the third. I was dying. I was like, you know what? Rick Ross won this one. Then he comes
Rick Ross
out
put out a diss track against who?
No, he didn't say no. He didn't come out. He came out with a diss track, but he also made a video on his Instagram about Drake. And then he made another one today or yesterday, or no, today, because the song came out today. About how Crody. You just need to go away, Crody. Go hang out with P. Diddy somewhere else. We don't want you no more. He's done. Rick Ross won the battle. J. Cole apologized, deleted the song off of his album. Kendrick Lamar put him and Drake to shame. Not once, but twice to Drizzy Drake. And that's that. I thought Euphoria was good. It definitely shut him up. I can't wait for Drake's response. But I think he's done here.
Drake's just not that guy.
Drake is really good at making songs that we could sing and dance to.
But he's not a real rapper.
No, he's a ghostwriter and rapper.
He's not a real rapper. Like,
yeah, he has his songs ghostwritten.
He's just not that guy. But we all know that he's not that guy.
Even what's his face said it. I like when you're making my hands dance and I'm dancing too. I loved it. I thought Kendrick Lamar said exactly how we all felt this whole entire year. So,
listen, I don't even like Drake. I don't think Drake has put out anything good in the last
Drake's last good album, in my opinion. Hold on a second.
Drake has had some hits, but some of them,
throughout his career, but as far
all
as
of them have been
good
written
music that's like
from someone else.
Authentic.
All right, for all the dogs, trash. Certified Lover Boy, trash.
Yeah.
Scorpion, trash. Nothing Was the Same. I give that a 5 out of 5. That was a good album.
That's the one where his head is like in the clouds.
Yes. I like Take Care more than anything else, which is 2011.
Album? Or is Take Care the name of the album?
Take Care is the name of the album.
Oh.
Yeah, that's probably his best album.
Yeah, that is
okay.
Best album right now.
Thank Me Later was cool.
It was
the album that he did with Future, like their first album together.
Yeah, Dark Lane demo tapes was trash.
Their first album together, I thought it was. I thought
Honestly,
it was nice.
Nevermind, garbage. Yeah,
I think my favorite song from Drake is
Drake's features and his hits are the best. Like his songs, like you said, we dance to.
his
Yeah, that's true.
Drake has not put out an album worthy of.
He takes
of
people's
replay.
features, makes the song blow up, and then you never hear from the person again.
Not for real.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, I'm gonna
absolutely.
take your song, make it hot, get it played, get you a couple dollars, and I'm gonna never hear from you again.
Yeah,
That's true.
absolutely.
That's
Kind
how
of
you
like Diddy used to do.
oh,
Okay,
I
let's not
love
talk about him right now.
Drake's.
He was
My
singing some
favorite
other
song
tunes.
from Drake, right, is "Find Your Love." I love that song.
Diddy
I love that
out
song
here
so-
using Vaseline and safety words.
He used some other tunes. He's singing some other tunes.
Yeah,
Nah, speaking of
he in a tube.
Nah, speaking of Diddy, tell me why I was
What,
like,
you know what's funny? No one talks about Nas anymore. Nas has been on a goddamn
Black Boy JB.
three
No.
album streak of fire.
That's because he's a woman beater. That's why.
Nas?
Yes,
Nas isn't a woman beater.
yes, he is. He beat the fuck out of his baby mother.
He did.
Khalees.
No, he didn't.
He actually did.
Yes, he did.
Oh wow, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, he beat up Khalees. That's why they're not together.
Speaking of, did he have anyone here seen making the band, but with the band? No.
No, wait.
I used to watch Making the Band, but yeah, the Dave Chappelle skit is the best thing. Watch that.
Facts. Nah, because like when y'all brought up Diddy, tell me why I was with one of my friends a couple of days ago, and he was playing some P Diddy music in the car. I'm like, I'm looking at this man like, what is you on, bro? Like seriously. Like I don't like when people do that. Like if you know somebody is up to some crazy stuff and you playing their music, like that just shows me like you supporting the dude. Like
That's like
I
when
don't-
Pandora plays R. Kelly. You like, oh,
you play R. Kelly with me, I'm slapping the mess out of
You
you.
put on R. Kelly. You and R. Kelly go underneath prison.
I would personally bury you myself.
That's wild.
but no, we yeah.
look,
Nas
I'll
has
tell
some
you-
good music as of late. I agree.
I get
Nas
it.
is
They
magic.
had to-
The magic tapes have been fire. King's Disease has been fire. You know.
Yeah, I didn't know he beat on her, but
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
he beat on her either.
Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal at the time, and then it went away really, really fast because Khalees, like she had Milkshake, but she didn't really have a career because he like blackballed her because he was Nas and she was just Khalees. So nobody like ended up, helping her do music or anything like that. Yeah, pretty much they had her blackballed from the industry.
Amanda Seals, the only reason I knew about that.
But yeah,
Well,
that's why he's not.
you know
like,
that
widely
this show is
celebrated.
3 hours, right?
yeah, I don't care about Rampage. I did see that though.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of think they should do this just because it's better than Friday at 10 p.m.
Because they're gonna be going up against the NBA, so
Because I'm like, if you got me for 2, you can get me for 3. Because Rampage isn't terrible. It's just the time slot more than anything.
yeah.
Like as of late, it's been okay.
Because I think on Rampage it's gonna be Jay Way versus Dante Martin.
The best thing
Yeah,
that
I'm
P
like-
Diddy has ever done is shut the fuck up.
Somebody needs to make a shirt like that, or a shirt like or a hat that says that's the best thing he ever did.
Well, I do have to go, and I go back on the other stream and everything. It
Well, we
was nice
appreciate
seeing
you, brother.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you talking about that.
When I start making some more content, I'm gonna hit you all up for some
Yeah,
stuff.
keep me posted on Forbidden Door too, man. Don't forget about me.
Yeah. So I mean, for right now, I'm
Are we doing that?
trying to.
Trying
I
to. The
definitely-
tickets look pretty expensive, but Dylan may know. That's his area. It's on
Yeah,
Long Island.
Hold on a second. Before I leave, let's look at SeatGeek together as a family.
Yeah, Queen Meal, we may do that. So you're more than welcome, though.
Gang.
It's in June,
No,
so
she's not
yeah.
allowed to come to Long Island. Not after last time she acted up.
Oh
I didn't
Lord,
go to Long Island.
No, not allowed.
What I
All right,
Drizzy
so
Dre, the
now
tribal chief in the building.
did I
What's up, my
do?
boy?
You were just begging him to be on the stream, man. Remember that day?
What's going on, everybody?
Good, Dre.
what's up,
Oh,
buddy?
but he didn't let me up.
No.
Whose
I
fault
did.
is it that he didn't let me up?
Acknowledge me!
Alrighty, so I
Hi, Dre.
Hey, Queen.
What's up, brother?
How
Don't
are
you got a birthday coming up?
I do.
Well, Queen Mia, don't you got a birthday coming up?
My birthday in October.
It's not October?
My birthday's in October. Mm-hmm.
That's right, Dylan. Yours is this month, right? What are you doing?
Fucked up.
We coming to turn up in New York?
Facts.
Then we definitely got to come up there for Baby Door.
Wait a minute. It depends on what part of New York, my man. Like, I don't
Long
know.
Island.
He's in the rich part.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
He
Long-
ain't going to the Bronx.
We're NJ after that.
We gotta go boogie. We ain't boogie. We ain't Harlem shaking. We ain't doing none of that shit. No.
And I'm a Yankees fan, and I don't even pull up to the Bronx like that.
Yeah, nah.
Nah, you ain't. That's what place people ain't gonna go to.
Anything is Queens. That's about it.
Brooklyn.
Okay.
I don't think some people.
My man Mark, what's going on, man?
All right.
Appreciate the support as always.
Yes,
So
Mark, we're getting Perk Gable.
So front row is 174 a person. It's row
You said where?
Row 3, 170 row a person.
Do you have a seat map you can share? Or if not, it's okay. I'll pull it up.
Yeah,
Like screenshot it, drop it in the group chat so that way we
I'm
can see.
gonna pull it up right now.
Because
Oh,
for a
Samoa Joe's
pay-per-view,
back tonight.
listen, for a pay-per-view like that, I'd be willing to pay.
So this is it. So
There
174.
he is.
174 is right here. I'm assuming this is where the arenas go, like the actual stadium, like the thing is going to be.
Yeah.
If not, then there's 95 over here. And then, of course, all the bigger seats are over here. You got 108 and 94, of course. Over here.
Malachi told him to do it.
And
But-
what event is this for?
Forbidden Door, June
Forbidden
30th
Door.
in Long Island. So this one here though is 174 for 4 tickets. We're looking at $837.
Let's do that.
$837.
Yes, Mark. Gable has turned heel.
So
And it's about to be managed by Kurt Angle, the original Perk Angle.
we'll see. But yeah, so about 184. There's also 95. There's also
Look
80s.
at Princess over there.
So
At the baby.
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna let y'all go. Enjoy your night. Enjoy Dynamite. I'll talk to y'all later, and
Dylan.
I'll see you
Dylan,
soon.
No, seriously though.
All right,
if we're
my
gonna
man.
talk about getting those tickets,
Thank you
please
for
let me
being
know
there.
because I'm
Yeah,
down.
absolutely.
I'm
And
down
yes,
on those
I
tickets
will.
for
I
sure.
will.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it in the group chat for everybody. I'll put where to buy the tickets, and then
Shouldn't we buy them together so that way we can make sure we're all sitting together?
yeah, I mean, you know, if you
Well,
want.
because I don't want to have to like talk to other people.
Well, we're other people. I mean, you know, like
No, but I know you people. I don't want to talk to strangers.
I'm a stranger.
Not
I'm
to
on the
me.
computer.
Hey.
You don't even know if I have like my lower part of my body. This
I
could
don't
just
care.
be all top. I might just be all top.
Nala says
You
she
know?
don't
I
care.
might be all
I
top.
have no
Hey,
hands
I
or
might just be
heart.
all top.
I
You
don't
know,
care.
I my whole body kind of just goes like that. You know, like
I'm about to
You're
say, what's
walking
up
around
with
and stuff.
Byron's screen looking like
I don't
that
know.
WWE?
My camera's acting up. I'm gonna probably have to get a new one because it just stopped working all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. You
It's like
kind
I
of
got
like
an
that
Uncle
random
Howdy.
WWE thing that happens, and we don't know.
Yeah, it's like I
The
got
little
an Uncle
glitches, the
Howdy.
little glitch.
Like I'm
the-
Uncle Howdy or something. Maybe it is me. I don't know.
all right, I'll let y'all go. We'll talk more. I'll see you soon.
All right, Dylan.
Bye,
Thank you,
Dylan.
All
brother.
right, my man.
No problem, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy this week that our AEW World Champion started the show.
Bro, I
You
did
can
not
give
like
us
the
weak
fact.
ass Christian though. Really?
I honestly, I don't know who else.
Grandpa?
Who else would
Grandpa?
he have as a
Really?
as an opponent though? He up there
Somebody
talking about he
that's
want to
besides
defend
this
the belt
man?
all the time.
somebody besides this man. Like, I get it. Christian is been in the business for a long time. Cool. But everybody literally knows him as being, number 2 to Edge. So personally, I wouldn't go like that. So I see why he's trying to continuously make a name for himself in every company that he goes to.
Mark.
To prove that, he's more than Edge's number 2. He's a big deal. And that shit. Cool, whatever, I guess. But like, this is Swerve we're talking about. This is Swerve. We know Swerve.
Mark, you're wrong for that.
Hours.
You're wrong for that comment.
Hours.
Hey, but he might be right. I don't see Swerve holding on to it too long. I think he's going to lose it to Adam Cole, and then Adam Cole is probably going to end up losing it to MJF whenever he returns.
Mark, you're not going to like this. He has
the title for at least 6 months. At the least, they can do is give him a minimum of 6 months.
If they're you're not going to like this comment.
Yeah, he'll probably lose it around, what's the big pay-per-view they do in London?
Wembley. All in, yeah.
Yeah, they probably around that time he'll probably lose it.
Mark says they giving Swerve the Kofi run.
He's probably going to get the Kofi run, honestly.
I really, really, really.
I just don't want the ending.
I just feel like that roster is there. They didn't have to do anything major, with him. They could have fed him some scraps until they were ready to put him in like something huge. I'd have been fine with just feeding some people to the roster, like feeding some people to Swerve, right? Like we could have got a good match from Swerve and Dante from Top Flight. We could have got a good match. Okay.
We could have had a rematch with him and Joe.
We should have one. We absolutely should have one with him and Joe, with Swerve remaining the winner. There's so many people on the roster that we can get quality, content from. And I'm not saying that Christian is not, a person that we're going to get quality content from, but he wrestles like an old man. And it's very clear that your age is catching up to you, buddy. And I personally don't care to see you anymore. I don't. They could have fed Swerve Nick.
You didn't like the work that Christian Cage and Adam Copeland were doing?
They both wrestled.
I feel like even then it was kind of
limited. And I get it, and I understand that they are really, really, really trying to, do whatever it is that they are trying to do. And I get that. I get it. I really, really do. But I think, when you have a roster filled with that much youth, you don't just keep, putting the old heads out there at the forefront of like the show. You don't keep putting the old heads there. You feed them the youth until they, find something worthwhile. Because this thing with Christian, they're trying to make it seem like, oh, this is back from way back when. Hang it the fuck up. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. We wanted to see Swerve go.
Someone else want to kill this man on live television.
What they decide to do.
Honestly speaking, I thought that for real, I thought they were going to give. I thought Swerve was going to get somebody like Jack Perry because
he's part of the elite now.
That would have been acceptable for me.
When the Young Bucks came out,
I think they're teasing it, Dre, because he keeps saying it's a bitch move. So I think they're teasing it for something bigger.
This man literally screamed on live television.
And then they interrupted him tonight. So yeah, they're I think they're teasing something.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so.
It only makes sense.
Ages,
Mark.
But I don't understand why Joe doesn't have a championship rematch. That to me is really confusing.
AEW doesn't do the WWE thing where they do endless rematches.
I'm very ageist.
Yeah, they don't do that.
There's no ageist in the world.
I'll admit I'm a little ageist too.
I'm a supreme ageist.
Because especially in this business, a lot of people who are real old, they be taking up space, and it's like, bro, let some young people come in there and get them seats.
Bro, Dre, they die on the job.
There's so much youth that y'all could have been working with, whether it be, just a squash or something minuscule. How often do your main title holders do
open challenges. Okay, after Swerve got fed right about 2 or 3 weeks in a row, he can be like, you know what? Listen, I'm gonna do an open challenge. Whoever out there that thinks they could step up to this plate, come on. And then you give him somebody kind of serious, not too serious that we're like, all right, hold on, but it's gonna be something kind of serious that's just gonna be like, okay, let me run that back. So then they can give that second round in a pay-per-view, right?
Mm-hmm.
Build up to that throughout the weeks as we get to the pay-per-view. And then our next opponent is somebody that we're going to take serious. Our next opponent is somebody that we're sat in front of the TV at 8 p.m. because we need to see how y'all are going to build this up. You don't just like throwing Christian. That doesn't make me, want to be like Swerve and Christian. Yes. No. Swerve and Christian is going to be a bore because Swerve is about to have to dial it back about 8 notches so Christian's old ass can keep up.
I don't think so though, Queen Mia. Christian had nothing but good matches though.
Yeah, I think it's actually. I don't mind the match.
It's like with Cody and AJ. You can't start off on 100. You got to build up to it.
For AEW quality, like he gives us AEW quality. Okay.
Well, this match is more about story. It's not about the in ring, which I'm cool with.
Either way, he's giving us AEW.
And Byron, for once, we've been asking AEW to give us story, and they're giving it to us.
Just the actual story that we actually care about. It's not weak. It's good. It makes sense. Because the elite, the whole story, they're making it make sense. Like Leo said, I get it. It's not out of left field.
It is out of left field, but I would have rather this match waited. I would have rather him and Joe go at it first.
Well, they already went at it 2 straight pay-per-views with the triple threat and then this. So it's like, they don't do all them rematches in AEW.
That's the only thing. But I mean, I hope Swerve doesn't get the Kofi Kingston run, but I feel like
I just don't want the ending.
No, he's not getting buried in 5 seconds.
I don't think he's going to get that. I don't think they're going to do him like that.
I think it only makes sense for him to keep the belt the rest of the year.
Byron, I said he's going to lose it to Cole by.
That's what I'm saying. A minimum of 6 months, and I'm good.
By the time they go to London, he's going to lose it
at All In, which is literally like about 3 months away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, if he loses it to Adam Cole, okay, I get it, but it shouldn't be no time soon.
Not this early. If you want to talk about this year, then maybe wait till like Full Gear or like World's End or something.
Look, I'm a Swerve fan. That Swerve is the reason I started watching this again. So
it was Mox's reason why I started watching in 2019.
I'll be right back, though.
Like I'm genuinely just not. I'm not a fan. I don't care to see it, and I most likely. Well, like, am I watching the pay-per-view? Most likely, yeah, I will watch it. However, like, I know what to expect. I know Swerve is not about to be at 100, giving me the best that he can give. So I don't necessarily care. Huh?
You have a cat?
I have 2 cats.
Oh, okay. Because I just seen something in the back. I was like, sis, run.
That wasn't a cat though. My mother just walked by.
Oh, okay.
Mandy Rose would be a great addition, but Ronda Rousey, absolutely not. She can stay where she's at. No.
Where on the couch?
That stay on the couch. Needs to go and attempt to be a mother. That's what she needs to do. She came up here and wasted my time for many years, and she all she does now is talk shit because she was a failure. She ended up being a fucking failure because she allowed her stupid husband to take over her career, and that's exactly what she gets. So then she tried to go and be a success somewhere else, and it was like, yikes, girl.
So you trying to say she's Monique?
No.
She alienated everybody.
Because at least Monique has legit claims to not just her fame, but also to her downfall. She has legit claims, and I don't believe that, Monique should have had, the downfall that she had. However, Ronda just sucked in wrestling. She just sucked.
She was pissed.
Every storyline that she was in, she was carried by somebody else. Everything that she got when she was with us was something that was given to her without any work, without any tenacity, without any passion. All of it. At no point in time did she get better to the point where we were like, she deserves this. At no point in time did she get better to the point where we were like, I want to see her wrestle. Nobody wanted to see you, bitch. Nobody
I
cared
sure
to
didn't.
see you.
Yeah, I'll admit the WrestleMania match she had, Triple H and Kurt Angle, they carried her. The
That was
Sasha
like
Banks
literally her
match,
best
I
year,
remember she was
2018.
carried. WrestleMania, she was carried.
Because if you really think about it, like on the outside looking in, it seems like she was good during her 2018 run, but it seems like when she took that break after WrestleMania 35 and came back, it looked like everything she did was unmotivated. It looked like she didn't even want to be there at all. And it's like, if that's the case, then why are you there? You're just taking up a spot from somebody else who can desperately use it and benefit from it.
Exactly.
Honestly.
She just wanted to prove that she can do something. But it was just like, literally, you're just here because you have money. And people wanted to see what you could do. But nobody in your community.
I'm glad she didn't come to AEW because I was scared for it. I'm glad she didn't come to AEW. When she came to Ring of Honor for that little step, I was scared for my life, thinking that she was going to come to AEW.
Yeah, I thought she was going to go to AEW, and honestly, even with WWE, I mean, she only really did that because she couldn't just make her way in UFC anymore.
Because she lost, and then she didn't lose with grace. If she would have lost gracefully, it would have been enough. Exactly. It would have been a zero issue. She'd have been able to fight back and then do that. But once she allowed her husband to kick her career, like basically kick her career to the curb, which I personally feel like it was a setup. I feel like he set her up so that she could have a baby and then, fuck off somewhere. That's it. That's what I feel. I feel like he set her up to be a failure so that way she could no longer be successful in her industry.
No. Lord, no.
That was it.
No. Mark, I don't want her to go to New Japan. I don't want him wrestling at all.
No, if she go to New Japan, trust me, if
her first run wasn't that bad, but the second run was terrible.
Yeah, the second run was
she didn't want to be there.
That match she had with Sasha at the Royal Rumble was good. I remember that.
But I think it was a lot of them carrying her too.
And the match she had with
to the women that she was on the roster with,
did she wrestle Nia? I think that was.
She wrestled Nia at Money in the Bank in 2018.
Yeah, I think that was like okay. I mean,
Mark,
it was like,
her husband ruined it.
Yeah, the match with Sasha was great. I mean, that could be because of Sasha, but
Mark makes a point. I mean, it could be her trainer because she was dominant in UFC for a while.
Yes,
and
then her husband took over and changed everything that she had going on, and she became a fucking loser.
Well, she was a loser because she got exposed. She couldn't box Holly at all.
Yes, because her husband changed everything. If she would have kept with her original trainer, the one that changed her from nothing to where she was, to the baddest woman on the planet, perceived threat.
Well, Leah, that's because she was one-dimensional. She didn't have no boxing or anything else added to her. It was like quick submissions real quick.
They should have made her the first Paul Heyman girl. That would have made sense.
Paul probably could have did something with it because Paul would have had her ass.
Just let Paul talk. She beats everybody ass, and there you go.
Paul would have had her ass in between them ropes, and she actually would have improved in wrestling and on the mic.
Wow!
I can't wait until Paul. Crazy, I can't wait until Paul gets with Braun.
Yeah, Mark, I agree. I think he was jealous because men really cannot stand when their partners are like the highlight of their relationships. They cannot stand it.
Let me get one from somebody like Lotto or Megan Good. She can be the highlight of my career.
Nah, for real.
Like very seldomly do you see, especially, and I hate to say this, but it's especially white men. White men have a very strong tendency of attempting to humble their wives, especially when their wives are amazing. And some black men do too. However, I will say I've majority seen it with white men. But yeah, I wholeheartedly believe he was jealous of her and he didn't want her to be there anymore because but now it's just like nobody ever fucking is gonna know your name. You are always gonna be Ronda Rousey.
And then
always.
And then she elated everybody by literally saying those things on social media. Like that didn't make it any better if you want to be honest about it.
Like, girl, nobody wanted to see you. Nobody's begging for you. Nobody.
Well, I mean that's. I mean, both UFC to me and boxing are kind of struggling right now. I mean, UFC did have 300, but it just doesn't feel the. I think they're missing those, those stars to kind of hold them like
Didn't
how the
Travis get into it with Alicia Fox and got her fired? I don't know about that.
Dawn.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Who is the musical entourage?
Alicia got fired because I think she
It's
showed
Roger.
up to work while intoxicated.
It's Roger's other page, I think.
The musical entourage.
His burner account.
What did they
You know
say?
he loves the R&B.
Sit down somewhere R&B.
You know he loves the R&B.
What'd he say?
Called Drea Simp.
Crazy.
That's just wild.
Hater. It's always one.
No, that's the
I
reason
did
why
like
Alicia
Alicia
got fired.
Fox.
I like
The only
Alicia
reason why she
Fox
got fired
too.
because she got fired because
Alicia
she
was
showed up to
great.
work while intoxicated.
Yeah, she was drunk. I'm like, how do you do that? Drunk. Shout out to you. You're a real one.
Look, yeah, I'm about to say, look, if she can work drunk, shoot, me and her can throw him back. Cinco de Mayo is Sunday.
Look, if she
Alicia
can work
was,
drunk,
Alicia was great.
if she can work drunk, that makes me only want to keep on a roster even more.
Mm-hmm.
Because she
Nobody
was
can
great
do
at what
that.
she did. Okay.
But yeah, Cinco de Mayo is Sunday.
All right,
Get your
y'all.
tequila shots ready.
I am going to head out. I might come back, maybe, but
Okay.
I'm going to head out right now. Keep up the great work. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to see me again next week.
Are you coming on for Backlash Saturday afternoon?
It depends on what my weekend is looking like. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be looking like.
Well, we will be there next Wednesday.
She got a date.
I work.
She got a book.
I got to work.
Well, we
But,
appreciate
yeah.
you, Queen Mia. Much
Thank
love.
you.
We'll
Thank
see you next
you.
week for sure.
Appreciate you.
Bye.
Wave bye-bye to the people as we
Go ahead.
give you the applause.
All right,
going on.
clean the ring. Go ahead. Look at her. She's practicing.
Good job to Queen Mia. Thank you, Queen. All right. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. She's gone, Raj. She's
This
gone.
man is really wearing trunks. That is the first time I've seen this man wear trunks since what?
Who got on trunks?
2017? 2018?
Who's wearing trunks?
Jericho.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, the learning tree.
I ain't seen this man wearing no trunks since 2018.
I was about to say, I don't even, you got me because I definitely don't remember. I'm going to hold you.
Because last time he wore trunks was in WWE.
Yeah, probably, like I said, WWE, definitely WCW, but yeah, WWE days.
Because since he's been left the company in WWE, he's been wearing tights.
Yeah, or pants. Yeah.
Facts.
Very true. That's what I said. I'm trying to see what they're doing with Jericho. I mean, he's got this FTW title, which doesn't mean anything.
I mean, they might have Hook come back and he might beat him for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe the reason why
they
they took the reason why they took the title off of him. I think the reason why they took the title off him because he might be going to WWE when his contract expires like this year.
I heard that rumor, and I could see it. I mean, I could see it. I wouldn't be mad if it happens. It actually might make me watch NXT a little more.
Don't be surprised if like because the first NXT episode.
Oh yeah, it's on the CW.
On CW, they might have him debut there.
And you know they're gonna have main roster stars. You know it. They're gonna load the hell out that show.
Yeah, because they're gonna want to make that show like as big as possible and make it very.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they move it to Wednesdays eventually again and go against Dynamite because they have been getting good ratings as of late.
Yeah, they have. I feel like Julia's gonna be facing a Roxanne at some point, and then
she's probably taking that title from her, and then Roxanne will get called up.
Well, Cora Jade might be coming back too.
Oh yeah, you got her. I forgot about her.
But did you hear like what Roxanne said in one of her interviews?
No, what'd she say?
She says she doesn't plan. She says she doesn't plan on retiring until she has a match with AJ Lee.
I think you said that. And I'm like, is she gonna get it?
She better keep wishing. She better.
It does remind me of AJ Lee now that you say that though, a little bit.
It's a mixture between her and like Cora, because like both of them give me those type of vibes, like AJ Lee vibes.
Because definitely Roxanne and AJ Lee definitely have similar builds. Yeah, it's some similarities.
Yeah. And it looks like, based on what happened on SmackDown, looks like Nia is going to be Bayley's next feud, possibly.
You know, I actually am a fan of Nia. I wish that her and Naomi actually would team up to be a part of the Bloodline and be the women's tag.
Well, apparently that might be the case, because apparently that is in the works to have them be part of the Bloodline.
Thank you. It's about time, but
that would be a team that can beat, because Jade and Bianca gonna win them belts. They need a legit team to lose to. That could
I
be
literally said this in my prediction. I'm surprised I didn't think of Naomi and Nia. I would love to see that, but I told myself there's no way you're gonna have them lose the title unless it's a super team. I wouldn't be surprised if they hold this title until, like, by God's, hopefully it doesn't happen. Lord forbid it doesn't happen.
I said they're gonna break the record. I said whoever's the longest reigning women's tag team champions, they're gonna break that record, and then they're gonna do the split, and they'll probably have a match at Mania.
What if I was WWE, I would have them hold it until the
Rumble or something, yeah.
Until the Rumble, and then you start seeing the split with those two.
But my only question is, I said it too in my prediction, who do you have win, Jade or Bianca? Because Bianca's got the undefeated streak.
See, if I was them,
I'd say Jade does if you want to make her a big star.
Jade needs it more than Bianca right now. But because this is the only thing. I'm a huge Undertaker fan. Huge.
Yeah.
And you know this.
You want her to have like a streak.
But my only thing is with the Undertaker and Kane, if you were gonna have Taker beat Kane at Mania, you should have had Kane win the next match, the Inferno match. That's the only thing I think that, like, they should have did differently. Or you could have had the Inferno match first and then had Taker beat Kane clean. But that was the only thing I think that kind of hurt that rivalry, because when Kane coming out at first, seeing like this dominant force, that's the only thing I don't want to happen to Jade, is that something like that happens.
Yeah.
But I mean, Bianca can beat her. It's believable. But at the same time, It's like I think Jade would need it more.
Yeah, because if you want to make her like the new dominant force in the women's division, you want to kind of book it as so. And like, as far as the women's tag titles go, I'm surprised they didn't think of Naomi and Nia coming together to do it, because I think that would be a great duo to do it. I told myself in one of my predictions videos when I did for Backlash, Lord forbid this doesn't happen, but I said the only way I see them losing those tag titles if Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch come together. That's the only way I can see.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, bro, how many times are we going to see them do that? Like, I mean, that's a good story, but I wouldn't even want that right now. Especially Charlotte coming off an injury, and then it's going to be that same old robotic. We give Charlotte or Becky the title. Like, I was a little pissed that your girl didn't win it. I know she's going to win it probably coming soon, but I thought originally they should have gave it to Liv Morgan instead of.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I wanted it to go to Nia, Jay.
Well,
yeah,
I think
but
the thing
is Nia going to SmackDown. That's
the thing Liv, I think there is a story there, because Liv does have heat with Becky too, because she's never beaten Becky ever. So that is a story that you can have to finally have her get that win. And I think Dominic's going to play a factor too, because if you guys, I don't know if you guys watched Raw.
Yeah, I saw that.
Liv Morgan and Dominic both came out the same locker room.
I did see that.
Like, while Jey Uso was doing a promo in the background. And I'm like, see, they up to something. They was getting it in on live television, and people didn't catch it. They was getting it on live television.
Hey, look, I ain't mad at that, brother.
Hey, Dominic, he got to do what he got to do. Rhea's not there. He got to look to the next best thing, and it just happened to be Liv.
But yeah, I mean, honestly speaking, bro, if they did that, that would actually be legit. And I think that they need to build up that women's roster too, because you can't just have them just going through everybody. Like how they're building up the tag team roster, they need to build up this women's tag team roster.
Well, the thing is, when you look at the Raw roster, like with this draft, if you really think about it, they have like only 5 women that's going to be at the top of the card. That's being Becky, Liv, Rhea, and then you have, that's pretty much your main 3. And then if you want to, it's going to take time to build them up. That's literally going to be Kiana James from NXT, Lyra Valkyria, and you have Shayna Baszler, but she's in the tag team. So you only have those 3 women that's mainly in the rotation. Because Charlotte, she's going to be on SmackDown because Andrade's there. Mm-hmm. So whatever brand he's on, she's going to be right behind.
And same thing with Bianca. She's going to be wherever Montez is. So they're both, like you said,
exactly. And I feel like Tiffany Stratton is going to win Money in the Bank and cash in on Bayley, which may give me the reason to believe we're probably going to have Tiffany and Charlotte at SummerSlam this year.
We need to eventually. I can't wait. I mean, if it wasn't for the injury, we probably would have had Charlotte Bianca. Which
Well,
sucks,
I think they might
believe
save that for later this year.
Nah,
And
that's a WrestleMania match, man. They need to.
I mean, you have different options. Which one do you want to do? You can have Bianca versus Charlotte, Bianca versus Jade.
You got to have her and Jade first.
I did want to see that Bianca Charlotte match because I wanted to see who they were going to book to win because you got Charlotte and undefeated Bianca.
Yeah, that's why I wanted the match at Mania, like you said. But now they put themselves kind of in a corner because it's like
unless they rush and do Jade and Bianca at SummerSlam, you know WWE loves to split up tag teams too soon.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: you don't want too many women's matches because if you really think about the main title matches are going to be probably Tiffany versus Charlotte, and then you're going to have Liv versus Rhea. More than likely.
I don't think Rhea's going to. I mean, if Rhea's back by SummerSlam, I don't think it's guaranteed. I can see her back by Bash at Berlin.
Because I think, like, going back to what happened with Dominic, I think Dominic can play a role there. I can see them wanting what they could do is Liv uses Dominic to get into the Judgment Day. She can probably join and she's end up being in Rhea's spot. And when she comes back, she's conflicted because you literally took my title, you took Dom from me, and now you're in my faction.
Because I think Liv and Becky are going to have multiple matches because they got so many pay-per-views, Leo. They're
Did you see what happened? They did tease something because last night, a couple nights ago on Raw, after she beat Nia Jax, and they were backstage, Liv says after that, you've earned your title match. So they're going to have a title match maybe within a couple of weeks. I can see them doing it at what's the Saudi show?
Oh, King and Queen of the Ring.
They might do it at that show, and then maybe Liv does something sneaky to get the win, or you have Becky win, and then that's how you have Liv snap.
Because I think they may get multiple matches, and then they get a stipulation match, and that's where Liv wins.
So if they do it at King and Queen of the Ring, that's where maybe
I think Liv wins it by Clash, though. I think Liv wins it by Clash.
Well, if they're not going to do it by Backlash, then you're going to have to do it. They're not going to do it Backlash, so you really only have King and Queen of the Ring. Or
so Byron, are you saying that you think that they're going to do that?
Because I think the Queen of the Ring is going to be the main thing. Yeah, because I think the Queen of the Ring is going to be the main thing for Saudi, so that's going to be the focus, and then you could do it at Clash of the Castle, give Liv the big win. Liv and Drew McIntyre.
So what I know about Drew because he's injured. He has an elbow injury.
I think he'll be back though.
But I think for King and Queen of the Ring,
you think Priest drops it that fast?
Yes, I think Drew drops it. I wouldn't be surprised if they put the King of the Ring on Drew and he cashes it in at Clash of the Castle, wins his title back, and then CM Punk comes back.
Wins it in his home country.
Yeah, and I think Punk, and then I think Punk takes it from at SummerSlam or Bash at Berlin.
It sucks that like they have Jey Uso in this position now because it's like you had this man be drafted as the #1 overall over Seth Rollins, Gunther, and so many other people, and that's like you have to be drafted #1 only for him not to win the championship.
That's why I would have put him on SmackDown with the Bloodline.
I think eventually he wins the belt, but not yet. Like I think JD from New York made a point. He was saying that is he good? Yes, but is he like title ready for the main spot? Not yet.
No, he's a mid-card champion.
You could put the IC title on him too because they got a lot of people in the mid card on Raw, so it could be an IC title.
You think now it would make sense if he took it from Sammy?
I think Gable's going to take it from Sammy. Where we go from there, I don't know.
Because I think, like I was saying earlier, I want to see Jay win, but I feel like what they're doing the Bloodline stuff, I don't see them.
And then remember, Sheamus has never won the IC title. That's how he gets the Grand Slam title. So you could give it to Gable and Sheamus, then go from there.
Yeah, I think Sheamus does win it. I think that's why they kept
probably maybe at SummerSlam you could give it to Sheamus if you give it to Gable by Clash, I guess.
Yeah. So I do think Gunther is going to win King of the Ring for sure.
Oh, it's too predictable at this point. Everybody knows.
The women, I feel like Liv should win, and that's how you set up Clash of the Castle.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense because that way they draw it out. And yeah.
Because what you can really do is like they're already setting
There's
up.
Really no other options to be honest. I mean, yeah.
Because they're probably going to do Nia and Bailey, so that cancels her out. Tiffany Stratton, I feel like is better suited for Money in the Bank, and Chelsea Green, I don't see winning.
Oh, Chelsea Green, don't get me started with that. But you know what? This is when I missed the 5 pay-per-views in the year instead of the 4, because the King of the Ring, I like that setup that they had with. All right, whoever wins the Royal Rumble, you go to the main event of WrestleMania. Whoever wins the King of the Ring goes to the main event of SummerSlam. I missed that because to me that was like, okay, that was like a coming out. It was like, all right, if you didn't win the Rumble, you could at least win King of the Ring, and the last person to do it and win over was Brock Lesnar. People forget that Brock Lesnar was King of the Ring, but they don't do that anymore.
Do that because if they're gonna do that stipulation, and I like the stipulation where you get the main event spot. But how would you do that if you have a male win the king and you have the woman win the Queen of the Ring? So
I mean,
well, I think they both could be your main events. You're both your two championship matches.
So like you have the women co-main event or something.
Yeah. Plus, I think we're getting Roman, Jimmy, and Jay versus Solo, Jacob, and Tama Tonga.
At SummerSlam, I don't know. I think Roman's come back on August 2nd.
You know Roman's going to be at SummerSlam. There's no way he's missing SummerSlam.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we just don't know about Rock,
2nd,
but we know that, like you said, we know that Roman will be back.
I can see
you
them
could
doing
push Cody and
versus
Rock
Roman.
for Rumble or Mania if you want to.
I can see them doing Solo versus Roman at SummerSlam.
Yeah, or you could do a one-on-one match. I mean, however you want to do it. But
you can do Solo versus, because I don't think they're going to do Rock and Roman until Mania next year. So you can have building blocks up until then.
And we're saying that we hope that that's where they go instead of Cody versus Rock. I feel like Cody
versus Rock is probably
they could do Cody. They could do Cody and Randy. There you go.
I'd rather that match than Cody Rock. I'm like, bro, come on, bro.
Then you could do Cody Gunther if you want to, and have Gunther beat Cody.
Well, I think that people are saying the thing with Cody, he's gonna have at least like a year reign with that title.
Oh, you know he ain't losing that belt until at least WrestleMania next year, if not past WrestleMania. He's gonna get his long title reign.
He's gonna get at least like a year plus reign with the belt.
Yeah, the belt on Raw will be the belt that gets passed around. The World Heavyweight title will get passed around like a hot potato.
I was gonna say with the world title, somebody who I think could take it from Priest, you could do what you did last year, have Finn Balor win Money in the Bank, and you can have that dissension slowly within the Judgment Day because now Damian Priest is the one that's paranoid because it's like it goes back to what happened last year when Priest was Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, I think Priest and Balor is the SummerSlam match. I don't know if it's for a title, but it's going to be the match.
You know what? That makes sense because we said that. Finn said that they should break up the Judgment Day kind of slowly, and that Finn and Priest actually makes the most sense.
Unless you have Finn Balor get his lick back, win King of the Ring that he should have won in 2021.
2021, yeah.
Because remember he lost to King Woods, Xavier Woods. He should have won.
He was in the finals.
Yeah, he should have won. He just re-signed his contract, so maybe they'll give him King of the Ring or something, and he could maybe win the championship at SummerSlam or something.
Because I was gonna say, if you go back to last year when Priest was Money in the Bank, and we was going into that feud between Seth Rollins and Finn. Finn was like, "You're not gonna cash that briefcase in on me, are you?" And Priest was like, "No," but they were teasing it. Now you come full circle where now Balor's Money in the Bank holder.
Because Finn deserves a damn world title run. Okay,
Balor is holding the briefcase.
We said that with Triple H running things, he can get it.
Wins it.
I hope so. I hope so. He deserves it.
Because I mean, it sucks that he lost the belt and never really got a real legit rematch.
He never got it back.
And then when he got the rematch, it was against Seth. And I'm like, come on, how y'all did it?
Well, when he got the rematch, no, he didn't get a rematch until...
That's years later, bro.
When he got a rematch for the title was literally in 2018 against Roman. And Roman just won it at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
After SummerSlam. And then he didn't win that. And then he didn't get another opportunity at it.
I forgot. Don't remember he did face Roman again as the tribal chief, and then that's when he.
But you gotta think there was a gap because remember when he first came back in 2017, he had a number one contenders match, and at that time, Brock was champ, but then they gave it to Joe, and then when he got another opportunity after 2018, the night after SummerSlam, he had another match. He had the actual match with Brock, and Brock won.
Yeah. So he's had a couple of chances, but it hasn't been. He didn't have the same steam as he did when he was when he first won the Universal title the first time.
They skyrocketed him. He beat Seth and Roman in the same month.
And then he didn't even and then when it just sucked when he lost as the tribal lost to the tribal chief.
Yeah, that kind of diminished his like demon character.
The demon character, yeah. Because the Demon's lost twice now. He lost to him, and he never lost to Edge.
He's lost 3 times in his career because he lost to Samoa Joe in NXT. That was the first time. Then he lost on the main roster to Roman because that was at Extreme Rules. And then he lost last year. He lost last year to Edge.
He should have never lost to Edge, bro. That match, bro. I was like, okay, you lose to the tribal chief to solidify his title run. But why did he lose to Edge? That made no sense to me.
That I really don't know. I feel like that was a Vince decision.
Yeah,
because
okay,
Vince never seen, like, I don't know what it was. I think when he had that injury, that kind of changed the perception that he had on him as being a potential main eventer. Because after that, he was stuck in that mid card title scene for a long time. Because when he came back, I think in 2019, he didn't even hold a belt when he came back, and for probably 2 years. Mm-hmm. It took 2 years before he got another belt, and that was the Intercontinental. Then he won another one. Then a year later. No, 2022, he held the U.S. title. And he wasn't even on WrestleMania. He didn't even make WrestleMania. He was champion.
So he's like a Grand Slam champion then too.
Yeah, he's a Grand Slam. Because he's won the tag team, he won the Intercontinental, he's won the US.
He can start making his way back into it now that Triple H is running things. Because him and Stephanie love Finn, so.
But Triple H, he's playing the long game, like the long-term booking there. So you can tell that they might have him, because it is in the UK, which is not too far from Ireland.
And then, what we're also forgetting too is, remember, they had the AJ, OC, and Finn Balor thing going on with the club. That they could bring that whole thing full circle and have all of them together. I thought they kind of rushed that story and they didn't really maximize it the way that they could have. Because that storyline had potential to me. But
that is true. And here's the thing. Look at last year. Look at what happened last year when we crowned the first ever World Heavyweight Champion. Who was in that match? AJ Styles, who hasn't been in the world title scene too much since losing it. So
yeah, I mean, right now he's in the WWE title picture, but we know he's about to lose it. So.
Yeah, but if he's in a world title picture, I wouldn't count Finn Balor being too far behind from being another world title scene or winning it and having a legit reign. Because I feel like with CM Punk and Drew, they might have a 3-part trilogy with them.
Yeah, because I can see Drew winning, then eventually Punk overcomes it and wins the belt. And Punk is keeping it till Mania.
I really feel like they have a 3-part trilogy just with a non-title, just because of how heated it is.
Hopefully
then after
now,
he's done with Punk.
Hopefully now that with Punk back, we can finally see him and Seth at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's probably the Mania match next.
And I told you, man, being at Survivor Series, you could feel that was going to be like a WrestleMania match, and it just sucks that he got hurt, because you're like, damn, man, that had so much potential, man.
Because I think they even announced his contract for Drew. He's signed for 3 years, so he's signed until 2027.
You know what sucked too, though, because all those injuries messed up a lot of stuff. The whole CM Punk gets hurt. Brock,
Seth
the whole thing with him, it was just
it took everything in a spin.
Charlotte and Bianca.
Yeah.
Did you know Becky wasn't supposed to be facing at WrestleMania plus face Rhea? It was literally a last minute decision.
Yeah.
They were going to have Rhea versus Liv at Mania, but then they pivoted to Becky.
You know what though? Honestly, what they should have pivoted to Bianca and Rhea. But once Charlotte got hurt, they should have pivoted to that. But I don't know why they.
But then Jade Cargo needed something to do, so that's why they did that.
See,
they should have debuted Jade on the Raw after Mania, though.
We were saying that we thought it was going to be Nia and Jade.
That's why I feel like she's on SmackDown, because you have so many matches. You have her and Bayley that they can do, because they have some history going back to NXT. You have her and Jade. You have her and Bianca. Those are 3 big feuds she can have throughout the rest of the year.
But I need them to make her dominant again. Lately, at first she was, and then lately.
That's why I would have gave her the belt, Dre, at least for 2 or 3 months.
But by her now losing to Becky and Liv, I feel like they kind of
and Rhea. Those are the only 3 people she lost to since coming back.
Lost the luster. She should have won the Battle Royal, and then she should have lost it to Liv.
But then it would become an issue, because then if you're trying to make Liv a heel, then how do you do that? Because then
have her beat her in a heel way. She's a big woman. She has to cheat to win. I don't know.
No. I agree with him. You can't have her losing in a heel. You can't have two heels.
No, because
in
right
that
now
case.
we already know Nia Jax is a heel, and they're trying to make Liv a heel. And if you're gonna do that, you already know Liv is gonna probably cheat. But why would you do that against another heel? Because then if they do that, that's gonna make seem like in a situation, oh, Nia was the face in this scenario.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't.
When
That's why I
not what
wouldn't
they
do
want.
it.
You want to have Liv beat somebody that's gonna make a lot of sense and really propel her to the next level, and that being Becky. Her cheating to win the championship is only going to do wonders for her because now she got to worry about Becky and they're having their trilogy. And then down the line, you're going to have Rhea come back into the fold. So those are two big feuds she's going to have on her plate.
You know what? I'm gonna throw a little curveball at you. So since they're doing the whole Uncle Howdy thing, and we have Alexa Bliss, you could have Alexa Bliss. Liv could really make that role work. I wish that Bray Wyatt was still around, but I think Liv Morgan would be perfect for that.
Because Bo Dallas and Liv are together, so you could have her be part of that story, and they can. And it's not like where she's fully joined up, but it's almost like an alliance of some sorts, like where she's kind of aligned.
You have
with
them help her beat Becky. There you go, right there, boom.
And then if you want to, because you can either have her be part of the Wyatt Six, or you have her be part of the Judgment Day. But she's revamped it.
Mm-hmm.
You could, because I was thinking of this idea is I feel like Rhea and Damian are like attached at the hip. Like I feel like they're always gonna be on the same side. And I think if you kick Damian out, he's gonna be with Rhea. You can build this going into Survivor Series War Games this year. You can have Rhea have her squad, and Liv has whatever's left of the Judgment Day. I feel like you could bring in Dijak and let him be the new big guy in the faction, because that would do wonders for him. Because you can have Liv, Dijak, Dominic, JD, and Finn.
Dijak versus Priest would be woof.
Like I even had some matches that I'm looking forward to for him on the main roster. Like I actually have a whole list.
I know that list has to include Sheamus on there.
Oh, you already know. I have to put him on that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about him being on this list. Where's my list here?
I'm just glad he finally got called up, because I would see it on NXT every week. They would be like, call up Dijak, and he finally got called up.
The matches I'm looking forward to.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Dijak versus Drew. That's going to be a banger right there. Dijak versus Sheamus. Dijak versus Damian. Dijak versus Gunther.
Ooh, those are some bangers.
Dijak versus Chad Gable. Dijak versus Finn Balor. Dijak versus Sammy. Dijak versus Bronson.
You know what? That mid card for Raw.
And you got Braun Strowman too. Don't forget him.
Oh yeah, Braun Strowman. Oh yeah.
That mid card.
And you have Ricochet.
Really, that mid card, man. Raw may have the best mid card in all of sports. They do pro wrestling right now.
And they're about to crown a new North American champion for NXT, which is like their mid card title for the women. And you have Mia Yim just come back, and she's down there. She's about to be part of that.
Now, that's the only thing I wish that the main roster had a similar title for the women. They need like some type of mid-card title for the women.
I was thinking if they have Mia Yim win because she's on the main roster, you could have that be like their gateway to have a main roster woman hold it. She's going to probably be bouncing back and forth with NXT and SmackDown. And then that's kind of how you could have that be introduced to the main roster. Because I don't see any of the women on NXT like being on the main roster unless it's like a main roster.
Who's in that ladder match? Did they announce who's in it?
No,
they didn't really announce it. Well, they teased. They basically teased the women who are going to be in it. And my girl Jada Parker, that's who I want to see.
Well, I think Jada Parker's going to be in it. Kalani Jordan's probably going to be in it. She's going to be a big star. Ariana Grace, who's pretty much the daughter of Santino Marella. And you have Mia Yim. Those are 4 names right there.
Man, long as they got Jada Parker, that's that woman.
Woo! I think there's a possibility. I don't know if you were paying attention, but Fallon Henley just turned heel on NXT last night, which was
with Chase U thing.
Yeah, I was like, they didn't really build up to that though. It felt like they just did.
So she left Chase U?
No, Thea Hill still in Chase U.
Oh.
Thea Hill had a match with Jacy Jayne, which is a good match. She had a
but then after the match, she turned on her. It was
Fallon Henley turned on her and she was been aligned with her technically.
But I mean, you saw a little glimpse of it when she saved her in the match, and then she just probably got tired of saving her all the time. So that was probably that was it. But I feel like that could have got drawn out a little longer, like you said, man. It seemed rushed.
And then as far as Chad Gable goes, he's about to have his own faction because he's gonna have the Creed brothers. And
when I heard that he's gonna be with the Creed brothers, I was like, bro.
Not even just the Creed brothers. Ivy Nile, who is pretty much with the Creed brothers, and having her be as a dominant woman in that faction. But did you not hear this? Kurt Angle has been in talks, and he might be coming back to be the manager for that faction. That
would be too funny.
That would be fire, though. That would be so fire.
That would be hilarious, bro.
You got Park Angle and Park Gable.
Now, because that reminds me of when he had when he originally had Chad and Shelton. I forgot their tag team.
Oh, the world's greatest tag team.
But
yeah, it was Charlie Haas and
Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah,
that was hot.
World's greatest tag team. Team Angle.
And then remember, Shelton and Chad then eventually teamed up.
Dude, I just miss Jason Jordan. Just imagine how good he would have been in this faction right now.
Yeah, I know. The neck injury, though, bro. Like that.
God dang, he had so much potential. I feel like if he would have stayed in the company, well, he's still in the company, but like on the active roster, he probably would have won a world title.
The neck injury, man, it hurt him. And I think that Big E not being with the New Day is hurting them, man. They need him, man.
Yeah, they're stale. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love me some New Day, but right now with their current run, they're so boring and stale. Like, I can't get invested anymore.
Honestly speaking, when Big E won the title, that's to me when they finally should have broke it up. I thought they should have broke it up when Kofi won it, but when Big E won it, I was like, bro, they need to.
They could have broke it up because then you could have built that story with Xavier Woods, with him being the only one never winning the world title or any singles title.
Yeah, when he won the King of the Ring, that was the time to give him a mid-card title.
And then guess what happened? They fed him to Roman.
And he stomped on his crown, and it was it.
But bro, they never think about it too. They never really pushed that storyline because it was like after that DQ, then what? I was like, why aren't y'all building on this?
Do you know who's a guy that I want to see face Roman again? Montez.
Bro, again, I just don't understand. It was like Vince would throw these random ideas out there and then no further storyline.
No follow-up after.
I'm like, bro, I was waiting for it. I was like the Street Profits versus the Usos. You could have had that.
Lashley and Roman could have been something.
Yeah. I
don't understand. Like, I don't understand when are we actually going to see a Montez face, well, not even a face turn, but like a singles run. He needs to be as a singles competitor. I'm not saying he needs to leave the faction.
Wait a minute. Did you watch Love in WWE, didn't you?
I did.
But you're right. He has potential because after he did the slam on Otis, I was like, yeah. I said,
and look at him last year.
That's why they should put him in the King of the Ring and have him have a underdog run, and then they could showcase him. That's what they should. Look
at what happened last year. He was in the final 3 of the U.S. title elimination chamber match with Seth Rollins.
That's what kills me with WWE. They can still have people go as singles that don't have to be split up. You can keep the Street Profits together. Just let them rock. Like, put Montez in the King of the Ring, let him get to the semifinals and get cheated in the ring.
Either he's in King of the Ring, and I really hope they do this. Have him be in Money in the Bank this year, bro.
Yeah.
Him be in Money in the Bank. You can have him have some great spots. You can even have him be close to winning it, being like how close LA Knight was last year. You know, people would eat how close that is. Him almost unhooking the briefcase.
But they won't pull the trigger. Like Byron said, you don't have to necessarily break up some tag teams because they didn't break up the New Day when Kofi had his run.
They still had Kofi be the world title contender and still had the other two be tag team champions. You can have Bobby go after that because I think that's the only title that Bobby needs to become a Grand Slam champion.
Is what?
A tag team title because he's won the WWE. He's won the U.S. and Intercontinental.
And he won the Intercontinental. You're right. Wow, I forgot. I forgot Bobby is close to being a Grand Slam.
A lot of the people that need to become Grand Slam, there's only one title losing them. For Drew McIntyre right now, it's the U.S. Championship. For Braun Strowman,
it's the
U.S.
IC
Championship. Ricochet, tag team and world.
Some of these people, they just need to just pull the trigger on. It's like
Ricochet could realistically be a world champion. We know Triple H loves Ricochet. He cares about Ricochet. Look how he pushed him in NXT. He had one of the best matches of 2018 with Adam Cole.
Mm-hmm.
People still talk about them as currently right now.
There's so much talent that I love that they have, and I'm wondering how Triple H maneuvers all this talent. You know, right now, they have a lot of people, man. NXT, and you see some of the people being over, like my man him. But man,
Carmelo, he's on SmackDown. He had a great match with Cody Rhodes.
But I think that, man, NXT I think is in a good place because we haven't seen NXT in a place where they've had a good roster of talent since like the good old days. You know, the Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins roster. And now, I mean, you see people are coming up like, you know, Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes, and now Trick is so over, bro, that they're chanting that shit on the main
roster. Like when Carmelo came out, the crowd was literally saying, "Whoop that Trick!" And I'm telling you, when they call this man up to the main roster, they need to skyrocket this man straight to the moon.
Oh,
he's still gonna be over.
You talking about Carmelo or you talking about
Trick? When Trick comes to the main roster,
Trick is the most over NXT star they have right now.
Yeah, and I feel like honestly, the only one that kept him down because like he has the charisma. It's just his in-ring work. He needs to work on his in-ring work a little bit and his promos. After that, he's good.
Yeah, because I mean he's almost there, but like you said, it's kind of like, well, no, I can't say that because I was getting ready to say Ava, but he's not as bad as Ava.
Put Melo in the Hurt Business and bring back MVP.
MVP got released.
Yeah, I would do that. That's
a great
idea, Byron.
Yeah, MVP got released.
Oh damn.
But
hey, I wonder what that means for Omos. Omos ain't got nothing to do now.
I'd put him in there too. Just put him in there as the bodyguard then.
But my thing is they should have been brought back the Hurt Business. Instead of calling it the Pride, call it the Hurt Business, like you said. Have Omos be the security guard. Have MVP be the mouthpiece, and like Heyman was to the Bloodline. And you could really push that to the moon.
They could, but it's the only thing is you don't want to add too many people to where it gets overcrowded.
Look, we need a new Nation of Domination, damn it. We need a new Nation of Domination with 20 black people.
I do. I wouldn't mind that.
Put Ricochet in there, put all of them in there.
But here's the thing. They already got BFAB. She ain't doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have rather Bianca because her husband's in there. It makes sense.
Dude, like...
I would love to kick B-Fab out and put Bianca in there.
Put Bianca and Jade in there.
Shoot, bring in Naomi.
There you go.
No, but Naomi's got to go with the Bloodline, bro.
You could do that.
That's cool.
Just imagine if Solo and Tama Tonga, you know, like they used to do back in the day, like how some people like manipulate the other people that they're attacking. I could see a situation where Tama and Solo manipulate Naomi, and that's how you get Jimmy coming back. Just like, you took me out as one thing, but you're not gonna mess with my wife. Now we got to scrap.
Yo, bro, the minute that they like, what they should do is they should have a situation where she's out there and she's about to get Samoan spiked, and then that's when the Usos come back. That's when you bring, you know,
Roman. I think somebody even said this. What they might do for War Games, imagine this. You have Solo, you have Tama Tonga, and you have Jacob Fatu, right? But on the other team, and I think they're probably gonna add somebody else to like
Rock. You got to put Rock on it. You got to put Rock on that side.
And Rock, right? You have those four. You have Roman, you have Jay, you have Jimmy, you have Sammy.
You said Sammy?
Yeah, because you know,
Sammy would be cool, but they said that there's another Bloodline member out there that they.
But no, the only reason why they can't do that because he's signed to another company right now. They're all signed to different companies, so they're not going to be under contract. This is the easiest thing to do to bypass that and have Sammy. He is an honorary Us after all, and he did have some good history with Roman and the Usos. It's either that or you have Seth Rollins. You have because I did. Somebody told me this. Somebody had an idea, and it could happen because people said Ambrose or Moxley has an opt-out clause in his contract, and if he did use that, imagine you having the new bloodline versus the Shield.
But they're not about to bring back Moxley. Well, Triple H would bring him back, but I just
because he was really the only one because him and I think mainly Triple H, he was really trying to keep him around. I
just don't see Moxley coming back.
Like, he could if Punk come back. Anybody can come back.
But I mean, you're right. After Punk, like anybody, you're right, would come back.
And I feel like if under Triple H's like tutelage and like what his booking, he would use Moxley way better than Vince McMahon ever could. Let's be honest, because he's like there's still some unfinished business that you can do with the Shield if he came back. You can finally have that triple threat at Mania, because I still want that to happen at Mania. He still's the
we already had the triple threat though, man.
It was that. But here's another thing that Moxley hasn't done. He's the only Shield member that has not won a Royal Rumble. He was the runner-up in 2016 to Triple H. He was literally the final 5 in 2015.
Yeah.
So you still have, and people were talking about this in the Tribal Chiefs run with Roman Reigns. That is somebody a lot of people wanted to see come back to face Roman during his run.
Yeah, I did. I was hoping that they would have him have that happen, but they didn't.
And a lot of it came down to because he still was doing other things in AEW that he hasn't accomplished yet. But it's like what is there for him to do now in AEW? He's become AEW champion numerous times. He's elevated the midcard to an extent, and now he's won the IWGP championship and the IWGP US championship. Right now, he is a Grand Slam champion because he's the first person to hold a championship in WWE, AEW, and New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
He's the first person to do that. So with him accomplishing all these different things, you could have him go back to WWE and have a legit run where he can have a legit world title reign and actually have a better run than he did last time. Because I think with Triple H, he's letting his wrestlers go out there and actually be a little bit less scripted. And with Raw going to Netflix, you know they're probably going to go back to being like a TV 14 product, at least for Raw. Him being on Raw on a TV 14, that's going to be the best thing you could possibly get. And the matches he can have is fire. Him and Ilya could tear it down at any given moment. Don't get me wrong. Him and Gunther, they can have a great match. Him and like there's so many matches that you can do with him if you wanted to do it. And plus the money is not going to be an issue. It's just really creative.
I was trying to watch this AEW because I know we were talking about a lot about WWE, but I know we're doing the AEW live stream. There's some potentials here, but I'll admit, after Swerve, I kind of was like,
You know, Hook is leaving though. Hook is about to leave.
Hook is about to leave.
He's apparently with his contract expires, I think during the summer or like early fall. He's planning. He might be going to WWE and be going to NXT.
Wow. I would love to see Swerve come back to WWE, but they probably got to build him up a little bit more, like how MJF is just so over that
he might go in a couple of years.
In a couple of years, yeah. I think somebody said that Cody probably told him, "Don't go yet."
You have to continue to build your stock. Yeah, but I think another person that's coming is Wardlow. Wardlow might be heading over. We already know Ricky Starks is going to be having because he was literally there. Ricky Starks was at Mania when he watched Cody win it.
Really?
Yeah, Ricky Starks was at WrestleMania watching Mania, and he was there in the crowd when Cody won the title. He was sitting up in the rafters.
Did you see the look on Cole's face when he got up from the wheelchair and how he looked at Wardlow? I'm like, bro, Wardlow.
Yeah, they're leading to something. I really feel like they're alluding to something where I think they're going to kick him out of the kingdom, and then that's going to be to where you can have blood and guts, and you can have the kingdom versus MJF and whoever he gets to be on his team. Because I can see it being Wardlow for one. They can have Kyle O'Reilly because Kyle
Yeah.
O'Reilly is having some issues.
I wish Kyle
with,
O'Reilly was with
water.
Undisputed though. I wish he was with the Kingdom, man. That would be that. I was like, y'all. I was like, that's the only person from Undisputed that y'all didn't put in the faction.
Yeah, but then he had a title match where she lost after being turned on.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I was.
They need to be building Serena Diva because she's definitely like needs something major to do.
There's some spots about AEW I really do like though. Like, of course, like I said, Swerve being there.
Yeah.
At first I wasn't sold on Adam Copeland and Christian Cage, but then it grew on me. I like Joe. I like what they're doing with Undisputed, or the Kingdom, whatever they're called now. And then I also like Tony Storm as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, Jade went, but now Jade is signed to WWE.
They had that, and did you see they just signed somebody new? And I think she's gonna be taking like that Jade Cargill monster spot. What's her name from NWA? They just had somebody that signed over, and she's gonna pretty much be like that powerhouse of the women's division.
Name's not coming to me, but
let me look up. I think I have her on here. Let me see. Because she was good at NWA. She was pretty much like the bodyguard for Nick Aldis when he was there as champion.
And people forget about Nick Aldis being a wrestler too. And same thing with Adam Pearce. I'm like, these guys were former wrestlers.
But people tend to forget that though.
But how do you feel about Nick Aldis being the SmackDown GM?
I mean, I like it. I wish he could be like an actual in-ring competitor because his match that he had against Cody at All In, that match was so good. Like that's the match that really put me on to him as like a actual, because I didn't know who he was. I heard a little bit from his TNA run, but seeing that match, that made me want to go back and I would see more things from him when he was under TNA, which was some great work from him.
I don't know. I feel like I wish SmackDown had like a like Nick is cool. I like that he stood up to Roman, but I think that they needed some to that position. Like Adam Pearce, he's kind of had some name, some recognition over it. Nick Aldis, I don't know. He doesn't feel like.
Trying to see where.
Abnormal heartbeat is truly to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in infection. Avoid great foods during treatment. Tell your doctor right away.
They do have her on the roster. I just got to see what her name is on here.
Chest pain, a changing heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bruises, fever, chills, or other symptoms of infection. Fear or worse, or plans to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live life, and long live you. Ask your doctor about selling today. Renewed from Ghirardelli. Crunchy waffle cone pieces.
Camille. That's her name. Camille.
Oh, okay.
She just signed to AEW. They've been trying to sign her for a while, so now that she's there, she's going to be like that new powerhouse for their division, which that's what they need right now. They need like a big powerhouse because they had it when they had Nyla Rose, but she's not there. She's pretty much in Ring of Honor right now.
I miss Kong, man. Awesome Kong when she was there.
Oh yeah, she was good, but they don't have. She ain't there.
Hey fellas, can y'all close out the stream? I'm getting ready to, because this camera is acting up. I gotta get this straight.
Yeah,
it's like 10 minutes left. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, Backlash Saturday. If you guys are available, I know Leo, you'll be here. And check out the previews on the channel. And yeah, we got pay-per-views all month. And yeah, we'll be rocking and rolling, brother. But yeah, 12 p.m. for you, Leo, and 1 o'clock for me. Dre, I know you might be out and about, but if you want to join, you always know you're welcome.
All right, thank you, brother.
Yeah, but y'all go ahead and close it out. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all Saturday.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, man.
Well, just a little bit left with this AEW. But we've been talking a lot tonight about AEW, WWE. And appreciate everybody for tuning in. It's a little bit left with, like I said, a little bit left right now with the AEW going on. But continue to chime in with the comments, whether it's WWE, AEW. You know to catch us each and every Monday and Wednesdays, whether we talk about all sports or we just talking about professional wrestling. We give y'all everything, man. We give y'all sports how y'all want it when you need it. That's what we do here on the Flex Zone. So, and we also got more coming. I mean, it's a lot happening in the sports world right now. A very exciting time, and I'm grateful and proud that everybody just chimes in. So, until next time, y'all. Good night. Gonna end a little early, but appreciate everybody for tuning in.